Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whoever you are, wherever you're at, whenever you're at. This is Swerve 360, the Monument, the Medicine Man, reporting from the glamorous 10,000 Studios here in the wonderful RVA. Settling in July 4th holiday weekend, talking about Card Against Humanity. Southpaw dropped 2 battles over this holiday weekend to get it done before the next event. Right now, we're talking about Blood Code versus Face. In my event recap, I was told this was the best Face we have seen. So now that the battle footage has dropped, let's get into it. Salute to everybody at Southpaw Battle Coalition, the promoters, everybody involved. 804 is keeping it moving, making moves nationally and internationally. As we continue on, let's get to the notes. Blood Code versus Face, Card Against Humanity. Blood Code goes first. 11.11 to 6.29, raps for 5 minutes, 18 seconds. Healthy amount, light to moderate crowd stoppage. A lot of bars. A lot of aggression. Blood Code always reminds me and gives the impression that he has just come from the gym or some type of physical seminar or combat arena. I don't know if it's his dress or his demeanor or a combination of both. Just a lot of physicality in his battling. More like a physical combatant than a lyrical battler. That's his stance. That's his presence. It's strong. It's original. Let's get into the bars, right? And never forget a face. And I'm just paraphrasing, skipping through these. You can watch the battle. The link will be in the comments. Great Depression, you won't survive the 30. Black on Face, tap dance like a minstrel movie. Land on Moon like a NASA shuttle. Sleep on Bars like you took the cushion off the futon. I have owned a futon. I can relate to those bars. Keep his area covered like the 96 blizzard. I was there. Word to VA. It was shut down. You know what time it is. I mean, just screaming, just physical. Full of energy. Like he just came from the gym. First person shooter, all you see is arms, like that Henry movie. He shouted out the movie. Rearrange your face like Rorschach from The Watchmen. Already dead before the first 48. He was physical. Bobbing and weaving. They were aggressive. Very aggressive performance first round. Down for whoever's down. For me, that's Down syndrome. Stop there. I didn't get that one. Help me out in the comments if you can. Was that a reach? What's going on there? I don't know. House broken, dog whispering. Insane posse, clown face. You under a bridge if you catch you trolling. Good first round. Aggressive performance. Bars in there. Like I said, physical. Just original presentation. Here comes Face. Raps from 6:30 to 12:12. That's 5 minutes, 42 seconds. He had a couple running backs, a couple mini stumbles. It didn't really, the crowd is very supportive here at Southpaw Battle Coalition. They want you to get your shit off. It really didn't hinder his performance. Started with a mini stumble, ran it back. Put the chip bomb in your girl charger, turn your living room into Pearl Harbor. Pretty straightforward. We can appreciate that. Smooth booty, jack reach. Not sure about that one. Buddy passes is free. These bullets are free to fly. Old school pump like Amico. Caught a body on Trill Nick. Mini stumble. Interview fragments, all interview. Great bars up until that point. Stud mentality, no bitch. There was a bit of gas at this point, I believe. You know, he had his fam and Black Money Mob and from the LOC perspective. So, you know, they were giving him a lot of support. Maybe a little gas here with that bar. Throw it up like we bulimic, iron and blood like he's anemic. And then topped it off with some X-Men bars. Even with the many stumbles, a good round from Face. Good round from Face. As we move on, Blood Code second round, 12-19 to 6-13. That's rapping for 3 minutes, 54 seconds, almost 4 minutes, right at 4 minutes. And so the time right now is great. They're going head to head, bar for bar, punching two different styles. This is the kind of battle you want to see. All the gas in the room, but you take too long to spark something. This is Blood Code now. Gun bigger than CERN. Turn you into antimatter. Science bars might have gone over someone's head. The crowd was quiet. The crowd was not messing with Blood Code similar to the first round already early in the second round. Bad MFer like Sam Jackson's Wallet. Dead Shortage from the movie. Excuse me. Good bars. Crowd just not reacting, not into it as much right at this point. I was live on the scene and especially watching the footage back. Blood Code on the wall like Mad Max. Work harder than Chris Rock Daddy. Got a good reaction there. A little bit. Crowd somewhat sleep. Rivers turn red when I let my people go. Moses bars with the gun bars. Maybe didn't hit as directly as it could have. More stitches than a Bill Cosby sweater. This round you see the eyes getting a little, the physicality getting a little slower. A little weaker. The eyes don't have quite as much crisp. Not as much snap. Blood Code, I don't know if it was him, the crowd reacting to him, or him reacting to the crowd. Crowd was quieter during this round. Not as much reaction. And his physicality began to slow. You don't know what you're doing, like Moon on a computer. It's always fun to make fun of the old guys. Shout out to Moon. That bar got a good reaction, brought him back a little touch. Okay, so now we got Face second round. 6:19 to 22:28. That's 6 minutes and 9 seconds. And this was Face's strongest round of the battle, no doubt. Everything connected to Face seems to have a brain behind it. Peaches and Cream, do Black Money Mob look like 112 to you? No, not at all. Good bars. Think You Street, break you up with jackhammers. Again, to the notes. We got to double check, make sure we're right. Flew in with 38, let him know I'm sick. Kundalini Flow, he's a snake. Share Jesus' fate. Got a big reaction in the room. Knocking bells like leave on arrested. I didn't quite get that one. Help me out. Like a Jewish jeweler. Once I black in the room, ain't no letting him by. Shout to racism. It exists. Polo Coogee, Tommy Hilfiger, fashion bars. Some people say it's just the sun behind the moon, but you need the sun behind the moon for the God to shine. Big bar, big reaction in the room. Since I've been under the moon, it's like the beast came out. The werewolf reference, got it. VA scene, thought he had a shot. Vaccine, VA scene, thought he had a shot. You know, he rewound it back in case you didn't catch it. But it was good bar nonetheless. Make the whole building holler landslide. Size up and slide up, and clap at his head with the Thriller shit. like I said, Face's best round of the battle, definitely the second. Okay, we got Blood Code, second round, 22-30. To 27-37, that's 4 minutes and 53 seconds. Great time going, these guys going back and forth, punching. You get struck by this eel shit. Wake the fuck up, he demands of the crowd as they're quiet, either sleep or ignoring the situation. Let the thing sing like the blue bitch from The Fifth Element. Got a little bit of reaction. Leaking my engine, I just don't see where you're coming from. His physicality had a mic issue. Ghetto gaggers, fuck a face. Call Michael and Son. Somebody advised him to watch me. Yeah, I'm watching the mic. Blood Code very much seems like he gets into a zone when he's on stage, when he's performing. And that's a great thing. The only downfall is sometimes, it might not come off as natural, but he's in a crazy zone. Eddie from Tekken, martial arts and the martial law. Hold on, y'all. Just trying to keep the crowd in it, trying to keep them involved. All in all, a good third round. Not bad. Not his best round. For whatever reason, the crowd fell off on Blood Code in the second and third round. He let it affect him, and I think his strongest round was the first. Faded a bit in the second, faded a bit more in the third. Face had a bit of a stumble or two in the first round. Built up strong into the second. But then we get to his third. 27-40 to 30, 50, 45, somewhere in there. So we got just over 3 minutes of, right at 3 minutes of rapping. It seemed like his whole third round was off the top of the head. There was some, talking to the main control room. Yeah, there were some moments worth mentioning. And I think he was bolstered by his second round, and I don't know if he had a third prepared and forgot it. I don't know if he intended. He mentioned that it was his thing to freestyle the third round. Of course, anytime you're freestyling, there was more filler, less punches. Myself, I think he was on his way to a clear victory after the second. But this freestyle third round makes it tougher to call, honestly. I definitely think Face got the second. I definitely think Face got the second round. It's debatable on the first round, and the third round wasn't that great from either person. So this is close to a draw. But, here at Swerve 360 Digital, we can grab our testicles and testify. I'm going to go 2-1 Face. I liked his first round. The many stumbles didn't trouble me as much. I think the downfall of Blood Code style is that when he doesn't keep the energy up, when the crowd gets to him, or when the ahs get a little weaker, First round, second round, and third round, You know, the downfall to that style is if it doesn't stay consistently aggressive, you know, it shows his hand and shows maybe doubt that he's feeling. And as a competitor performer, you can't let the crowd get to you. They're not always going to get it. Sometimes they slow, sometimes they're biased. You never know what's going on. I feel like Face was bolstered by his crew and crowd, and I think Blood Code was hindered by the crowd and by their lack of interest or sleep or lack of wokeness. I will say this was a better battle than Trig versus Funds, and right now currently it's around 100 views, while Trig versus Funds is going on to 200. So we'll talk about some of that issue in the Trig versus Funds recap, but you know, let's get out there and get some work in for this battle. It's a good battle, back and forth, debatable. If you're a fan of, you know, I can see why you might call it however, but that's you. I'm calling it 2-1 Face. Southpaw Battle Coalition, Swerve 360, The Monument, The Medicine Man, The King of Roanoke Battle Rap. Peace.